I speak with my characters, and I ask them, I tell them, like, look, bruh, I'm gonna be portraying you. I don't know who you are. This is a kind of an idea of what I think you are, but I would really appreciate it if you could help me really portray you to the truest way I can possibly portray you. What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another video. Hit the like button, smash that notifications button so you know next time I upload a video, and then smash that like button so the algorithm does the things, you know what I mean? And if you haven't subscribed to the show, come on, what are you waiting for? Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Don't forget to become a Dripville citizen for only 400 Rand, delivery nationwide, right to your doorstep. Just hit us up on the WhatsApp number below. Make your order today and we will deliver to your doorstep within 5 days. All right. Um, Big news, big time, big time. I don't know if you guys have been tuning into Scandal on ETV. If you haven't, make sure you check it out tonight, Friday night, 7 p.m. Check out my new character, Zero. Yeah. Alright guys, so today I want to talk to you guys about something that I came across. Um, when you're posting on your gram and just checking out some um, acting tips, and I went past a question that said, "How do you break out of your character?" You know, and I thought that was very interesting because we've spoken about method acting before, and other people would say they bring their characters home um, and take them out into the world, or you find yourself doing a mannerism that the character does that you wouldn't normally do. So, how do you separate the character from yourself, which goes back to what we spoke about before in terms of you as an actor understanding yourself, getting to know who you are as a person first before getting to know the character, because again, characters are also people just like you a person, so the character is also a person. That's why they say acting is not acting, acting is being. So when you become the character, it's so easy for the character to come into your personal life too. I remember with the character Zero, when I was still trying to find him, I remember that the laugh that I came up with for him also started affecting me in my real life. So I had to be aware of that and say, okay, I need to make sure that I separate the character from myself, because you know, you exchange your soul with your character. Your character borrows your body for ever many hours you're playing the character for, or however long you're playing the character for. So you and the character now have this relationship of interchanging your body, and sometimes the habits of the character start becoming your habits. So it's very important to, first and foremost, as an actor, know yourself, know what is it that you do, in your everyday life, which is why the Uta Hagen class of 2 minutes of self-observation is very important, because you will observe how you sit, you'll observe how you feel when you're nervous, and what are the actions that you sort of do when you're nervous. And that in turn informs your character, because then you know what questions to ask, in order to really find your character. So yeah, these are the little nitty gritties that can affect your real life as being an actor. So, one of the things that I do personally is I write the character. I write, so this is something, this is a script that we've used before. So, you'll see that I wrote some beats here, and I do that with most of my scripts to sort of tell me who the character is, and I also write them down in my acting book. If you don't have an acting book, make sure you get yourself an acting book where you'll write down all your acting notes onto it. When you go to an audition, you can even write down some performance notes off there. um, so what am I saying this? So that's one of my processes to first sort of get to know the character. I put them on a page and I describe them. All right. And in me describing them, I'm also walking them because I'm trying to figure out who they are. All right. And then once I figure them out, or I mean, it takes a while to figure out a character because you don't learn them just like that. This is a person after all, so there are things that you discover even while you're sleeping, and you're sleeping, and then all of a sudden it's the character that will invade your body and start thinking of things. So it's very important to understand that this is also very mental and very psychological. So you have to absolutely make sure that you know who the character is and you know who you are so that you can separate the two. There's also exercises that you can sort of do um, to separate the body and to separate the actor from the character. The habits that you like. I don't necessarily have a particular exercise, but something that I do know, and because I can feel when the character is still in my body, I really, really try to shake them out, and also scream them out. All right, like really scream them out so that that energy goes out of you. There's also something that you can also do to sort of divorce the character, which is basically spending time by yourself in your own space. If you're living with your partner, it's fine. You still just spend your time in your own space to remind you of who you are and what it is that you are doing, and you need to be very, very aware of your actions so that it doesn't affect the person that you're living with. That, hey, no, that's not you, now that's the character. So you need to be aware of, okay, this is another character and this is me, and this is how I separate myself. This is gonna be my exercise for divorcing the character. Like, if I've been playing a character for a while, like let's say I've been in a movie, because you take your character home at times. I know sometimes people would say, leave your character in the rehearsal room, leave the character on stage or on screen or wherever or on set. Sometimes it's hard, all right, because I need to, when you go home, you still have to work on the notes and you have to prepare for the next day. So you haven't left the character back there, you are bringing them into your space. When you are taking the notes from the director, if you're doing a stage play, you bringing the character home. But it's very important to say, okay, right now I am in my acting zone where I'm going to be acting. I'm going to be in the character. You allow the character into your body. And for me, I speak with my characters, and I ask them, I tell them, like, look, bruh, I'm gonna be portraying you. I don't know who you are. This is a kind of an idea of what I think you are, but I would really appreciate it if you could help me really portray you to the truest way I can possibly portray you. And I also ask the giver of souls to allow me, to take this soul that has been put, to take this character that's on page, to borrow me their soul so that they can inhabit my body. And I also have a conversation with myself where I tell myself, okay, Stingo, right now we are going to allow this character's soul into your body. So let us exchange. And then my soul goes out of my body, the character's soul into my body. My soul is there, I know it's around. So that by the time I finish rehearsals in my own space, I can now have that conversation of, okay, now I'm done rehearsing, so Stingo can come back. And now it's that breathing exercise of bringing myself back in, letting the character out, and saying, character, I'm not neglecting you. I still want you to come back, and make sure that this body is that you fully inhabit this body, so that on camera it is not Sting Ongobese that's playing, it is the character. Alright, so for me, I have given myself those tasks to say, okay, when I'm letting go of the character for a little while, then it will be that 30 minutes of me composing myself, remembering who I am, what am I doing here, what is my purpose, and then doing those little physical exercises to be in tune with my body again. And then I would do the same thing when I'm exchanging my soul for the character's soul, so that when I'm putting on the costume, I'm not putting them in the costume on as Tingongobese. I'm sort of letting the character be the one that puts on their own costume and their own clothes, so that, because the way I put on a jacket and the way my character puts on a jacket could be very different. Alright, so these are the nitty gritties that we need to understand, and these are the disciplines that you have to apply to yourself in order for your character not to affect you in your real life. Because trust me, they can. I once did a movie, I think it is on this YouTube channel, it's called Azania. Azania. So after that film, when we wrapped, we had a rap party. And I remember at that rap party, because my character in that film was slaughtered, right? I remember that evening we were sipping on some wine, and I just had these thoughts of death just keep coming into my mind, and I started feeling that I don't deserve to live. Like, yeah, I do deserve to die. I must die. I'm the one who died, and all of that. And I broke down. I really, really broke down. I couldn't even enjoy that rap party because, like, this thing of dying in the film actually started affecting me in real life. And then when I did my next movie, actually, I didn't do a movie after that. I did a play after that. And then after I did that play, there was a time where I just shut down for a week, you know. But after that shutting down of the week, when I came outside again, I felt like myself, and I realized that no, man, the way my process of divorcing the character, especially a character I've been playing for a long time, takes a complete 7 days for me to completely divorce that character and come back to myself. But I would never have gotten to that point if I didn't realize what was the mistake or what happened to me. Like, what is this thing that I'm feeling that is not me, but it feels like it's a part of me? And that's when I learned that you absolutely have to divorce your characters, because if you do not divorce your characters, they will bleed into your personal life, and they will also bleed into your next performance. So instead of seeing the new character, we'll still see the old character, because you never left them, you know. So it's very important to, and there's no one particular way, hence I haven't given you guys any tangible thing that you can say, okay, I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna take this home and say, this is how I divorce my character. No, with each actor, it's different. Other actors will tell you differently. Maybe some other actors don't even have to go through the process of divorcing their characters. But if you are an actor, if you are a spiritual actor, if you are an actor that sees the characters as souls, and that your body is a vessel and you exchange souls with your characters, it's very important to make sure that you have a ritual that you do of divorcing characters. So, like I've told you, my ritual is to be alone and be in my own space for a couple of days, 7 days to be specific, so that I'm completely away from the character. Um, and as you go on, as you book more gigs, the divorce process will be shorter. You know, for example, with Zero, the character that I'm playing now, because I'm still playing them, I haven't really gone through the divorce process, you know, but I do understand that moment of 30 minutes to myself to make sure that me and Zero, you know, separate. You know, I know, okay, I bring him in at a certain time, and then I let him out at a certain time, and I let Ustingo in at a certain time and take him out at a certain time. And this is very psychological, this is very spiritual, which is again very important, why you as an actor need to be in tune with your body, you need to be in tune with your spirit, you need to be in tune with your soul, because you are playing a real person, and you're portraying that real person to real people. So in order for people to believe that you are a real person, you need to make sure that you understand yourself and you understand your character, and how do these worlds come together, and how do these worlds live in two different planes. All right. Yeah, I guess that's my 2 cents for today. Hit that like button, hit the notifications button, hit the subscribe button, and yeah, don't forget to become a Dribble citizen. Only 400 rand kuphela. Place order lakho on this WhatsApp number right below on the screen. We deliver nationwide. And also, I need to tell you guys this, I am working on something so that at least in the next 2 months we can start with our acting classes and acting lessons. So again, hit us up on the WhatsApp message below to find out more details about our acting classes. They are coming through. 20 Future Academy is on the way. All right, guys, until next time, doses.